Solar versus coal. Okay, solar energy. It comes from the sun. The sun produces mass amounts of energy that radiates this energy. This energy comes in the form of light and heat. This heat reaches the earth and can be turned into energy that powers homes and buildings. Producing energy. Solar power can be harnessed and converted into usable energy using solar and thermal collectors. Solar panels, or solar-powered photovoltaic panels, are used to convert the sun's rays. Incoming sunlight hits a semiconductor material and knocks electrons loose, setting them in motion and generating an electric current that can be captured with wiring. This current is a direct current electricity and must be converted to alternating current electricity by using a solar inverter. The energy can then be stored in a solar battery. So, pros and cons of using solar at home. The pros: it lowers your electric bill, it reduces your carbon footprint, low maintenance costs. However, you must stay on top of maintenance or else they will not work. And it is a renewable energy resource. And the cons are: it is costly to install, does not work with all roof types, it is weather dependent, and energy storage can be expensive. Environmental impacts of coal. Land use and habitat loss. Water is excessively used for cooling. Some toxic chemicals and materials are used to build the photovoltaic cells that convert sunlight into electricity, and any birds flying by could be killed by the rays from the solar panels. Cost for solar at home. In 2020, it can range from $11,000 to $14,000 to install solar panels after ITC. ITC is a solar tax credit for panels, which makes the cost of them go down. An example of how much the tax helps is with 25 kilowatts of power before the tax can be $74,000, and after tax it is $50,476. And the price per watt ranges from $257 to $335. And there are a number of cost effective of the solar panel system. So, debates for solar. There's not much debate about solar energy because it is a positive renewable resource, but in the debates, the debate for solar is that solar energy already makes economic sense and its applications can be increased immediately. And the ones against are that solar energy may appear to have the potential to be economical, but there are hidden costs. And the next form of energy is coal. Coal is a solid, brittle, carbonaceous rock that is one of the world's most abundant fossil fuels. It comes from underground and is extracted by mining, such as strip mining, mountaintop removal, and underground mining. Energy produced by coal, the most abundant fossil fuel in the world. Energy plants that use coal produce electricity by burning it in a boiler to produce steam. The steam is then pushed with enormous amounts of pressure into a turbine that spins and to produce electricity. The steam cools into water and the process is repeated. And the plant Bowen in Georgia is the largest coastal power plant in the United States and can provide electricity to about 1.9 million homes. The pros of coal. It is an abundant supply concentrated in industrialized countries such as the United States, Russia, China, and India. It is relatively inexpensive. It can be made low carbon and clean with CCS and various scrubbers, and can be converted into a liquid or a gas, which burn cleaner. The cons of coal. There are a lot of cons to coal energy. Burning coal emits mercury and other heavy metals that pose major health risks. Coal emissions linked to increased rates of asthma and lung cancer. Clean coal is not carbon-free. Coal is non-renewable, and there is a finite supply. Coal contains the most CO2 per BTU, the largest contributor to global warming. Severe environmental, social, and health, and safety impacts of coal mining. Coal ash is a hazardous and disposal problem. Coal mining is the second highest emitter of methane, a potent greenhouse gas. High levels of radiation. Coal plants release more radiation than nuclear plants, and coal burning releases SOx and NOx, which both cause acid rain. Environmental impacts of using coal as energy. As the concept showed, the impacts are very great. Issues include land use, waste management, water pollution, and air pollution. It is the greatest producer of CO2, which makes it one of the leading causes of global warming. It can destroy habitats and harm animals. Cost. It is about $2 billion to build a power plant. The cost of coal itself is about $35.99 per ton and 32 cents per kilowatt per hour. How long will coal last? As our current rate of production, coal supply should last around 150 years. If consumption increases, however, in the upcoming decades, the resource will not last nearly as long. And there are around 1.1 trillion tons of proven coal reserves worldwide. Now, debates. There are constant ongoing debates about using coal for energy, and their main arguments is that it causes pollution, global warming, and it is hazardous for the environment, but many people also defend it and say that it generates a mass amount of energy and is relatively inexpensive. In my opinion, I think that America should start implementing solar into their lives rather than coal because it is much better for the environment and has much better long-term effects. The end.